guys, so today we're gonna open up the Gigabyte Z390 UD, which is their ultra durable motherboard model. I think it might be, it's a good motherboard, but I think it might be the lowest cost in this line. I think
it's the best budget one.
Best budget one, yeah. So no downplay on the quality of it, because it's still a good one. I'm just making mention of that. Don't have to cut anything open for the motherboard. That's kind of cool, I guess. You literally just slide it right open there. As one would expect, motherboard's inside of a anti-static bag. Really, I'd rather not pull it out right now because I'm not ready to do anything with it. But maybe I will anyway, so you guys can see it. If I can get the tape off of the bag. Oh my gosh, they really taped this bag shut. You want to make sure that you don't pull it apart, I guess. I'm going to grab it by the heat sink here. There it is, man. It's beautiful, actually. It's all gray, slightly brown tint on the board itself with some gray marking everywhere. Looks pretty good. You can get a couple video cards in there. No, probably not, but maybe. Depends on the speed of this. I don't remember, actually, to be honest with you. Backside looks pretty nice. Everything's very clean. Board's fairly straight. It's got a little warp to it. CPU goes there. We put our RAM here. We've only got 2 sticks currently. 16 gigs is what we're going to put in it. Gigabyte 390 UD. Let's put it back in the bag without dropping it, because that would be super embarrassing. The last thing we want to do is accidentally static shock a component on the motherboard. Motherboards, I think today, I feel like they're built way better than back in the day, but man, back in the day you could static shock everything. We're talking like the 90s. You'd be really careful with that kind of stuff. I got a SATA cables, 2 SATA cables. One's got the little bent end for a 90 degree, like you want it, like something's gonna be underneath it, like maybe video cards on top of that spot. Let's see what else we get. ATX faceplate. I'm actually kind of surprised. It's kind of boring. It's just a piece of metal. Like sometimes they'll put designs, pretty colors and stuff. That one's just literally steel, aluminum only, or whatever it's made out of. And then likely this is just drivers and utilities for the motherboard. Probably a good idea to just download them off their site anyways, because then you get the newer stuff, and then user manual for the motherboard. And that's literally all that's in this box. So you take this guy, and you clip it in. It's thin metal, so don't cut yourself. Like, you can slice your hand right open. It's like a soda can. But you have to pop it in that spot. Nope. Yep. But literally, he's gonna clip in. Yeah, that's what I mean. It pops in. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think that's it. It's perfect. So this guy's kind of in the way when we put the motherboard back in. So now for motherboards, I try not to hold on to anything on the board that's like a chip or anything like that. The hardest part is getting it in there. Like, what do you hang on to? You know what I mean? Yep. You don't want to drop it because you don't want it to damage the solder points on the bottom.
This looks way better, by the way.
These guys are in my way. This guy's in my way. Actually, that guy, we're going to have to do some rewiring there. Lift this up. You want to get those to slide in. And then there's one, this guy doesn't require a screw right there. He kind of just holds it in place, which is nice. So you want to make sure that you have 7 down and you can see the threads for each of them. You know what I mean? Like, what is this?
Just a fan, RGB cable. Maybe, I don't know. Something.
See that warp? That's the warp I was talking about. It's not a big deal, but you're just going to screw it down. There's nothing underneath that, right?
Yep. I don't know.
I don't think there was. lift it out?
Maybe. Doesn't look like anything underneath it.
No?
No.
Okay, so it's just the board is not straight, which is not a problem. It's fine. So that pretty much puts it into place. So what you're going to want to start doing is putting those screws back in that you pulled out.
Okay.
And then we have these 3 extra.
Where do you want me to put the first one?
I don't know. Right there, maybe.
Oh, crap.
I'm gonna put the case screws back in the available spots so we don't have to hold them anywhere. Someday you might want to reuse them.
How tight do I make it? Firm?
Yeah, firm, but you don't have to make it like excessively tight. So the shorter cable, this guy goes into 0. So we're gonna go ahead and put him
I'll
right.
put one here.
Yeah, go ahead. No. Are you kidding me? So dumb. So basically, these have to mount. Good, sorry. Which one was the short one?
Nothing goes there, right? Good. Nothing goes there.
Nothing goes there, yeah. You got one back here and one over there too. So this is the long one, which means I'm going to put him number 1. Oh, you got these on the sides here too. What's this little guy go to?
It was like the small little clip down on the bottom right.
Yeah, but what for? Like, I don't see it on this board. It's a tiny little plug for what? You see it anywhere? Am I missing?
I don't know what it's for.
I don't either. I don't know where it goes.
It could be for the RGB light.
It's an internal case fan. Let me look at the motherboard real quick. Nobody probably does that. It's called Thermal 1. Look at that. What is a Thermal 1?
It'd be thermal.
So let me just validate real quick, make sure they're tight enough. You did the same tightness on all of them?
About the same.
Feels good to me. I mean, if you think they're good, we'll just leave them.
I don't think they're gonna like fall out.
Probably not. Not really good.
Oh man, we need to clean that.
Okay, so
Yikers.
sweating. Board. Okay, so this guy is your power cord, and we can put him right back in. You have
Try
to
to
be
make
careful
him
when you
look
plug
cool.
them in, because there's no support on the back of the board. Like, you can bend the back of the board, see that? So I was trying to put my fingers under it to support it while I pushed it down. And then you're gonna have to play with this.
Looks good. Try to make not those holes in this, like in the cave. Well, yeah, looks good.
You got this guy. Problem with this guy is you're probably gonna just want to use the black ones, because as you can see, you need more power now.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have 4s. You don't have 4 orange ones. Remember, you only have 3s. And so you might as well just take that orange one out.
I don't have to.
And we'll just do the 2 black ones. Oh, we have to take the back off. There's the 2 black ones there instead.
Okay.